And it's finally here. Thanks again for joining. This is the price detector. Greetings and peace be upon you all. The indicator is finally here, the PD indicator. This is the only indicator you'll ever need when trading and accumulating your beloved cryptos. So how does it actually work after many months of work and progress? The main objective is for you to become finally consistently profitable using this PD indicator. Again, as you're aware, this material is for educational purposes only, does not constitute financial advice. Do your own research before making any investment decisions. What's this PD indicator we've been talking about for some time now? The PD indicator is short for the price detector, basically. So they're dynamic institutional grade support and resistance levels. This is a snippet of how it may look like when you access those indicators. So you could see it's mostly made up of horizontal lines of different thicknesses, and these are what constitute the PD levels. They're institutional grade support and resistance zones that highlight key price points where large investors are most likely to buy or sell. So these, you could think of these as high liquidation zones. They were charted using the full price history and advanced technical analysis, so offering deep insight than typical retail tools or retail indicators that view price backwards. Instead, our indicator shows consistently where price is most likely to bounce from. It helps traders predict major market moves and manage risk by aligning with institutional buying and selling patterns, and most importantly cuts through the market noise, giving you a clear advantage by showing where real market movers operate. So who are these PD indicators for? They're for regardless if you're a trader, investor, or anyone who's looking to enhance their trading, improve their risk management, and gain a competitive edge, and gain better entry and exit points, even if you're a long-term investor. So what makes our PD indicators so accurate or revolutionary? Let's delve deeper into this. So they're first of all dynamic, as we've said. They're adapting to price as market evolves over time. They're custom tailored to each and every crypto. So each chart will have its own indicator. So Bitcoin will have their own set of levels. Tau will have its own set of levels. Kaspa, etc. It accounts for the crypto exponential moves specific to that crypto. It's of course up to date. So all the charts will be updated at least on a monthly basis. Some of the charts will even be updated on a weekly basis, especially for the higher tier memberships. It will show the entire price history basically encapsulated into a single view of these PD levels. What will you gain as a user of these? First of all, it will eliminate the hassle of learning all the in-depth technical analysis methodologies. Second of all, the invested time and effort that's required to technically analyze each and every chart and then chart the results. You'll get rid of the invested time and effort to actually technically analyze each and every chart. And lastly, the need to continuously update each and every chart. It'll save you tons of time and just leave you to focus on your actual trading strategy and to manage your risk. So how do you actually trade using those PD levels? Let's see its main aspect. This is a snippet and a screenshot on the right here of the Bitcoin PD indicator. And as you can see, you've got different horizontal lines of different thicknesses. The lines that are above current price are considered as resistance lines, and you'll see them color coded in real time in different time frames. So these are actually dynamic. So once price closes above a certain PD level, it'll automatically change its color to green, and vice versa. All the levels above the current price, all the horizontal PD levels above current price are considered resistance. All the PD levels below price are considered support. So graphically, you could easily tell which level entails what. The second aspect, the thicker the PD level, the higher its strength compared to the thinner levels in relative terms. So a thinner level will relatively have weaker strength. It will be a weaker liquidity zone than, let's say, a thicker level. You could have higher confidence that a thicker level will actually act as a stronger support or resistance line when price tries to attack that level. The third aspect and the final aspect is the clustering of these PD levels. The more PD levels are clustered together, it'll entail that this is a stronger and higher liquidity zone compared to a more sparse, further spread out PD levels, which will entail weaker zones. And those gaps are where we actually profit in our trading. So how do you actually use the PD indicator when you trade? Simply put, you just add in your buy orders just above PD support and sell orders just below the PD resistance. Yes, it's that simple. Let's prove this. Let's see a bar replay the Tau chart. And let's say you enter in and look at Tau price currently. Let's say we're on the 1st of Feb and you see Tau price at the 449 mark. So what you do is then what we recommend whenever you want to trade a specific crypto is you layer in your buy levels and set them in market at least 30% under current price. We recommend 50% or more is optimum, but at least a 30%, because you should know by now how volatile the crypto market is. So what you do is you look at the different thicknesses and clusters of those PD levels, especially the support ones, because you want to buy at spot. We never go long. We never do options. We never do futures. We only go at spot. You own your own cryptos. So what you do is you come and you look at the different gaps here and you just layer in your buy orders just above the support levels. So just above the greens. Let's layer in our buys. You see those clusters here. I'll just add in a buy order just above that cluster. Maybe another buy order here above this cluster. Let's continue downwards. So we identified that a 30% is at least to around the 8 to 8.5 mark around this cluster. So let's layer in our buys. Let's continue. We've got a buy. So I'll layer in just buys just above the PD support lines. Let's see how this will turn out. These gaps are what actually make us profit, and maybe a final level here just above this really strong support zone. Let's see how this actually will work out, and let's play the bars and you'll see how these levels will act as true support and resistance, and you'll see how the price ping pongs between our levels. So let's pause this a bit because we had a couple of buys, and let's indicate those buys and where our current average price is. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 buys for now, and let's delete these, and let's say our average price buy price now is somewhere in between all of these. Let's say our average is here. Let's denote that in blue, and let's say that you'd like to sell. Again, the selling is the same. What you could do is you can be either conservative, and here is what we mean by managing risk, guys. You need to set your goal ahead of time of what your goal percentage of profit should be. If it's somewhere, let's say between 1 to 3%, you could probably wait less than a day depending on market conditions. If it's, let's say, higher than 5% to 10%, you might wait a couple of days. And if it's 10% or higher, you might wait something along the lines of actual days to weeks. So depending on your trading strategy and your frequency of trading, you should set up your levels just ahead of time. And let's say that we are more conservative. We'd like probably something less than 10%. So let's put in our sell order just below this current cluster here, just above this gap. And it's better to add your levels below and not at the resistance. Do we get a sell before our further buy, or do we continue to buy down? And what's great about buying further down is that you're actually lowering your average entry price, and that's why we don't do any stop loss here, guys. Let's continue. We're lowering our average price, and maybe you'd remember this, maybe it was considered nasty fall for some of you, but you'll see how it actually recovered really, really nicely. So let's see, our probably buy level is now brought down. So we got all of our levels here. This, if you remember, this drop was in the beginning of Feb. Let's remove these and let's update our current average entry price. Let's say our price now is exactly probably around the 340 mark or so. And let's see how this plays out. And now that our entry price or average buy price is further down, we can also further lower our exit price. Let's say our exit price, we'd like to exit just below 403, just below this cluster here, and let's see how it goes. Now we've broken even, and that's it. We've got our first sell came in just under 3 days. Let's see what profit percentage. Wow, that's 18% in 3 days, guys. That's how volatile crypto is. And look at how beautiful price ping pongs between our levels. Maybe let's lower the speed, so that is more evident. Let's clear this out. Let's clear our buys and sells, and you just rinse and repeat, and you add in your buys the same as we did earlier until like 30% below price, and you just continue as we as we go. But most importantly, I wanted to highlight to you how beautifully price abides by our, look at this. Look at how beautiful, like this cluster here supports price. Wow. Look at how difficult it is for sellers to sell down from this until there is enough buy or sell pressure. And how, look at how this cluster here acts as magnet. Let's hide these. Look at how difficult it is to ascertain where price moves if you don't have any of our PD levels. It's just abstract, but let's look at how price moves with our PD levels. Look how beautifully it actually gives you the levels just on a silver platter. And during this ping pong is where you could profitably trade consistently. Wow. And with what we'd love to announce is that these levels will be for free for a limited period of time for trial access. We'll link down below this page where you could input in your email and Tradingview username. And don't worry guys, it actually works for free accounts. So I've created just a free account just to show you how to access those indicators. First of all, once you have a free Tradingview account, add in your email and most importantly your Tradingview username, and please be careful not to have any spelling mistakes in order to smoothly have access to the indicators. And then you just press on access my free trial. And where will you find this indicator? You just go in access indicators, and then under invite only you'll actually find those indicators. At first you won't have this section. Once we actually add you, you'll have access to the invite only, and then you just add in Bitcoin monthly, Tau monthly if you'd like, Tau weekly. All right, so you actually have a limit on number of indicators you could add into a certain view, but it's relatively straightforward. If you run out, you just delete it and then re-add it to a certain chart. So this is the Bitcoin monthly, and you could see how easy it is for you to access and where it's denoted to you where the actual gaps are, where the support and resistances are, and how in real time the actual color changes. Look at this line here. It's actually support for the 30-minute time frame, and it's actual resistance at the 2-hour time frame. So that's our main announcement. I'd like to take you through just a trading summary of mine that was done in 10 days for a total of 6 trades. It was 10 buys and 6 sells, and I specifically focused on Tau. So a first trade was around a 2.64 profit. A second trade was around a 4.2 profit, around just $95, and that was just in under a day. A third trade was around 6 hours for an 8% profit, that was $81. And a fourth trade of just under 2 days, a day and a half, of around $143 profit. A fifth trade, and lastly a last trade. So that was a summary of a total profit of around $500 just in 10 days, and that was with a very relative small principal size of around $2,000. That's 23% return on investment in just 10 days at spot. That's how easy it is to trade using our PD levels, and that's how we give you the actual support, true support and resistance lines that is institutional grade for you on a silver platter, and you'll access these for free for a limited period of time in the link in the description below. It'll initially include Bitcoin and Tau, and soon it'll include Solana, Kaspa, and we've got many other major altcoins in the works. We'll actually add these as we go, and you'll automatically receive those once we add it in the invite only section of your Tradingview profile. Just as a reminder, do create a free Tradingview profile, extract your Tradingview username, make sure there's no spelling mistakes, and then add in your email as well, and then access that free trial. So do drop us a like and subscribe. Share this video or the free trial link to your friend who you think will definitely need to become more profitable in their crypto journey. And do join us on the announcement channels on Telegram as well as on Twitter X, and make sure you're subscribed to the channel. We'll see you soon. This was a pleasure, and we can't wait to receive the feedback on the indicator and how it actually helped you in your trading journey. Thanks again. We're really excited, and we'll see you soon.